He's won before. Ben Morabito making the trip down from New York, a champion in his own right. Mason Lutz, Eli Gossett, Jeffrey Beck, Owen Zacharias, unknown. Well, he's from Florence, South Carolina. Javier Soto, Thomas Moon, Chase Spalding, Bobby Mayers. Bobby Mayers has got that Keen Parts logo on the side of his car I saw. That's pretty cool. Tristan Lodel, Joshua Coolmrith, Killian Tannant, and Mason Gubick. And I have probably not perfected all those names in my first read. So we will do our best to learn them as we go. Yeah, Zacharias, they're going to be busy. They've got big doings for the Icebreaker coming up at their place. That should happen next weekend down in the Palmetto State. Chilly Willy out in Arizona usually starts the NASCAR late model season, even if it's not points just yet. Then the Icebreaker at Florence. And then kind of things start to cascade as other tracks open up pretty quick. '12th through the 17th down at Citrus County Speedway in western Florida by the Villages. If you know anybody that lives in the Villages, maybe grandma, grandpa, maybe your Aunt Becky or something, whoever, they can go over and actually see the competition for the U.S. Legends Winter Nationals. But
fire up the Bandit Outlaws, fire up the Bandit Outlaws to the track, Bandit Outlaws to the track.
If you want to see it, we'll have the voice of the U.S. Legends Winter Nationals, Tim Terry, calling the shows down there at Citrus. We're at Charlotte Motor Speedway. If you're just tuning in, US Legend Cars.tv.
All right, drivers, let's tighten it up. We are lights up, coming to green next time by. Lights up, coming to green next time by.
Morabito in the purple 17. Finn Buckley to his outside. Mason Lutz. Eli Gossett. Jeffrey Beck, Owen Zacharias, Javier Soto, Thomas Moon. The first four rows.
Lights out, coming to green. Lights out, coming to green, everyone.
Bandolero Outlaws on track. Fourth feature of the round number 5 here of Winter Heat. Charlotte Motor Speedway playing host to the Coca-Cola 600 on Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully you'll come down here and see us. Great to have everybody here. Atlanta Motor Speedway getting ready to run sooner than that, as is Bristol Motor Speedway. Atlanta Motor Speedway running their Thursday Thunder event, their winter series down there while we are here. Couple of other tracks running Legends. I think the Chilly Willy that I mentioned before about NASCAR has also got 40 or 50 Legends in the pits out there in Arizona. US Legends cars running in 25, 27 different countries across the globe, running virtually every state. If you're watching from Alaska Raceway Park and that area up there, can't wait to see those Legends car photos with a beautiful vista in the background at Alaska Raceway. It's even neat how they Lasher Raceway does some really cool photos and such and videos, and their Legend Series is really runs strong. The 9 car, Thomas Moon, we just saw. There's the 35 machine. That is Owen Zacharias, who we mentioned before, from Florence, South Carolina. He's being pursued by the 19. That is Mason Lutz. Lutz looking to the inside. Zacharias says, no. Zacharias' name known all over the Northeast originally, and then migrating some of the family down here. You're watching Owen throttling up through the corners here in the 35 Bandolero. 19 is Lutz behind him. Leader is Ben Morabito, Finn Buckley, Ellie Gossett, the top 3. There's 16 and the 77.
Getting going at the end in the upper loop.
Buckley is the 16, just going around the corner.
Full course caution, full course caution, full course caution, full course caution.
So we got a car out there. You could see it in the distance. Problems for this racer. And, of course, it'd be the number that we can't quite see. I think that's the 95. It is Jeffrey Beck. The 95, kind of Lightning McQueen-ish. Sealed the deal on the final day of racing at Carolina Speed Weeks. So they are really focused on getting him that big trophy at the end. That's the 22nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Stop on over. Good folks there. Ready to go back to green with Ben Morabito and company. Finn Buckley. Pace car pulls off. Morabito in the 17 on the inside. Green, green, green. That is Ellie Gossett now in front. Gossett, Morabito, the 19, a lot of shifting around. Matthew Lutz in 3rd. Now Zacharias gets around him. Morabito. And all these cars right now. Zacharias to the inside, dives on the 19, a machine of Lutz, takes the spot. The 9 following him through, Thomas Moon. Thought that was a moon for a minute going by earlier, but the balloon thing from over there in China going by us actually did here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. You can see some of the photos on the internet. That's Morabito. 6 laps to go for the purple Bando. Behind him, Gossett, Finn Buckley, Owen Zacharias, Mason Lutz, Thomas Moon, Bobby Mars, and that Keen Machines moved up a bunch. Javier Soto, Chase Spalding, Celian Tennant.
Full course yellow, full course yellow, full course yellow, full course yellow, full course yellow. Full course caution, everyone. Full course caution, take the short chute.
Problems on the track. We'll try to get a look at it. You see the flags waving there in front of Morabito.
Take the short chute, everyone. Back it down and take the short chute.
Walls are a bit high, certainly with the Cup Series running out here for the Roval, and the Bandos being a bit short. Sometimes tough to get the camera on it. You can see over at the distance there, it looks like. Bando Outlaws feature Drivers looking either way, getting ready. What do they got to do? Mash on it. No front shocks, engine in the rear. Don't spin the tires. So much to think about. They dive it down into the corner. Morabito, pretty strong. Now, moving into second, looks like Mason Lutz, the 19. Here comes Zacharias. Zacharias has been a passing machine. If he gets another caution here, Morabito may have some company. Zacharias just not in the position yet, but here he scoots into it, and now he's cleanly got that spot. He'll move into third. Second, maybe. Zacharias, the 35 machine. Morabito's out front. Then Gossett. Moon and the 19 of Lutz. Moon in the blue, number 9. So Morabito, Buckley, Zacharias, your top 3. Finn Buckley in second. The 9 of Moon rises around the 19. Oh, 2 of them off course. Look at that in a wheel. Ooh. That was Zacharias and 7 of Ellie Gossett. So Gossett's sat there in the 77. Looks like Zacharias was able to get back going. But both of them coming off course. I think we may have a replay for you here in just a minute. There's a 77. That can't be a good feeling. Thankfully, the car came to a stop and not a bite into the ground and began. Here comes the replay. So there's the leaders, and there. Oh, not the leaders. Behind the wreck, and then Gossett. So it was the right front wheel, maybe one of the rears. Too hard to say. So you're watching, and now watch to the right. Watch to the right of the camera. There we go. There's the first signs of it. Zacharias may have already been spun, and too tough to tell. There's a lot going on, and we only saw a little of it there at the very end. Flag ends the race. So if we get a caution before we get a checker, that caution will be the last of it. Getting past 1 o'clock now, so sometime in about an hour or so, we're going to have a live look-in for folks on Facebook. So now if you're seeing this and hearing it, you already have your subscription to uslegendcars.tv. But if you want to expand the world for somebody else, let them know via Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, that we're going to be having that live look-in coming up between 2 and 3. And maybe we can get some more folks interested in U.S. Legends cars by their viewing of the live look-in coming up on Facebook. Morabito is the leader. He has really been the stout car. Finn Buckley on and off and back again. Zacharias, well, the 9 is Moon. He's third. Zacharias now getting passed by the 19 of Lutz. It has been all kinds of a day for most of those ones behind Buckley and Morabito, and even Buckley. Buckley's gone from second back to 4th or 5th and now back up. I don't think anybody's got the handful that this 35 of Florence, South Carolina's Owen Zacharias has, though. Bodywork blew off right after the restart, and that has happened. The rest of the car, the safety is intact. He's got the bumper. He's got everything else he needs. He's clear view. But if there is even just 1 or 2 bolt holes in that firewall, between the front end and the driver compartment. Whew. I bet he's feeling that cold air coming in it. Back up towards the front. There's the leader making the turn. That's Morabito. There's Buckley. There's the 9 of Moon. Buckley in second in the blue and white machine. The mostly blue number 9 is third. Morabito in the purple car that just scoots away every time. He is just going so fast up there up front. There he is. 3 laps to go or the next flag. Winter heat. If you look back and you start seeing names that did well at winter heat, it really sets the tone for who will be participating on the podiums in summer shootout. Cookout summer shootout coming up in June and July here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The toughest 2 months of Legends racing on the planet. Just absolutely the iron sharpening, metal sharpening battleground that is the Cookout Summer Shootout has made so many racers the good drivers that they are. But it is not easy. It is not for somebody who just likes to lead every lap and win. It is a big test of everything and anything that you could bring to the track. And that's what makes it so special, and why Steve Post, you could hear it in his voice when you tune into the broadcasts, how amazing that is. And you get to hear a lot of it being so close here as well. There's Buckley in the white with blue, and the blue with white 9 is Moon. And you'll probably see Morabito right there. And that's all you see of Ben Morabito scooting away in the lead. He'll come to white flag. And you get the white flag. The white flag doesn't end the race. The checkered will. So it's not quite the next flag, because the white flag would be in there. I have to talk to McGowan about the lexicon he's using there, the terminology, because it's not the next flag that ends the race. So Morabito about now going past the flagman. There's the white. And then Buckley and then Moon. So the racing here is if Moon can find some grip that Buckley can't, or an angle or a line. These two here, hey, look at Moon. Moon picked up pretty good there. If he could do that every corner and then find a way to get around that 19. 19's not going to give it up, though. There's Morabito. Look at that lead. That's 17. Kid out of New York. Riverhead and tracks like that. Probably he runs over the stadium too, Wall Stadium. Run up at Stafford and some of those other places. This Morabito kid going to be one of those Northeastern stars, like guys like Noah Corner and other drivers that have gone on. And there's the checkers for him. Ben Morabito wins. You should see Buckley and then Moon. Mason Lutz should be next, with Zacharias not too far behind him. There's Lutz and the modified of Owen Zacharias. Javier
17,
Soto.
16, B and 9 to Tech. Everyone else to the trailers. 17, 16.